Hey man, it's so funny. I literally just started recording a video with my setup and mic and everything like that. And I was like, dang it, Diaz texted me 3 times, so I gotta read them. And then it says be yourself. And then the last one says, don't be near your wife. And I read it out loud as soon as I started recording. And the funny thing is Melinda the one that texted you, because she's the one. She was like, "Hey, text Diaz and let him know that like you want some advice and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Well, I'm about to record here. Just take my phone and you text him." Hmm. So hey guys, what's up? I'm so giggly because I literally just got through texting texting Mr. Math Joseph Diaz about something funny that just happened. So anyways, just want to talk a little bit about something I've been thinking a lot about, something that's been on my mind tremendously, and that is that so today is Tuesday the 13th. So on Thursday the 15th, so in 2 days, so I'm not sure when this is gonna post or anything like that. But so on the 15th, Thursday at 5 o'clock, I am going with my wife and probably my daughter, if we can talk her into going, if we can, yeah, if we can do that, if we can get her to go. And our son Hunter, but like we're gonna go, and my wife for sure is gonna go with me, and I'm gonna get the results of my testing for autism. So I'm super anxious. I have been doing my best to leave it at home and not bring it to school, because like that's going to make me even more like kind of bothered or upset is if I know that something that's on my mind is impacting students. Now, with that being said, I share almost everything with my students because I want them to see that I'm not just a teacher, that like I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a human being, I'm going through something. And that's really important to me. And like if you're one of those people that doesn't believe that that's okay for teachers to do, first of all, like you're very alone in this world, because like to be honest with you, I think there needs to be more teachers like that. We've thought of teachers as like this person that's there to educate, and they're supposed to give my kids grades, and they're supposed to make sure that they understand the content and stuff like that, which is I 100% agree. 100% agree that that is part of a teacher's responsibility. And you could I guess argue what is responsibility. Like, is that what they're getting paid to do? Is that on their job description and stuff like that? It's my opinion what our responsibility is. Our responsibility is to not only like have growth with the students like academic needs. Like, so I teach 7th grade math. My goal is every single student that I have in my class is going to show growth. And the other part I think that is our responsibility is the social and emotional well-being of these kids, the growth when it comes to that. So often I get students that come in, and I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit more males than females, that you can tell they are not surrounded by people that are open and honest with them and are a person that can be there for them. So I'm not saying that this is a ton of kids, but like, let's be honest. I think every teacher like sees those students, right? My responsibility is that I'm there to set a good example. Not only set a good example, but it shouldn't be work, man. It should not be work. You shouldn't have to think of it as that. And I can't stand hearing about teachers. Like I was talking to somebody earlier today, and they were talking about another teacher, and the real focus the teacher had was what was going on in their life, and not wanting to be there and listen in on the conversation that pertains to their job, what they're responsible for doing. It kind of goes both ways. So when I say it goes both ways, I get it. Like I sound like I might be like bashing certain people, like teachers and stuff like that. It's not that way at all. Like if you knew me, you know that I want to build people up around me. That's just how it is. Okay. I can have bad days, and I have bad days just like anybody else. But on my bad days, I still care and love and help these kids out. So when I say it works like 2 different ways, I would say, first of all, yes, it is the teacher's responsibility to be that person that the student needs. And then on the other side, it is administrators, school boards, and legislation that has the responsibility to take care of teachers. So we just went through a whole bunch of this, like, I'll be honest with you, garbage special sessions in Texas. Like that's exactly what they were. One side probably more than the other. Like, and the whole reason behind the majority of the special sessions that Governor Greg Abbott like put out there was he wanted to get school vouchers passed, and what he did was he held back anything that could help out the public school teachers, anything. And a lot of times that's money. So he held back a $10,000 bonus, which he agreed with, he thought the teachers needed. But because he couldn't get his way with vouchers, then he was like, no, I'm not pushing it through. So, yes, I do believe that we should take care of our teachers. And do we right now? No, we don't. Okay. But also, if you're a teacher, you signed up knowing that that's how it was right then, right? At least I know I did. Okay. And everybody has a different situation. I understand that. But I don't come to school 5 days a week for a paycheck. I don't do that. I come to school to make those kids better. That's my responsibility. That is the commitment that I gave them. I tell each and every one of them during the first week of school, you won't fail my class. You will not fail my class, because if you failed my class, I failed you. And I don't fail kids. I don't do that. I tell them that, and I vocalize that, not to show arrogance, not to show that I'm better than anyone else. I say those words because when I say something, I do something, I hold myself to that standard. Because if I can let myself down, like that's the worst thing I could do. So I know that I'm not going to let myself down. So I have to vocalize it to the students, and they might not believe me on that first day, but I guarantee you go around and you ask any one of my students now, there's a lot going on. There is absolutely a lot going on as far as education is concerned. Like just today, they put on social media, and I'll be honest with you, I'm on social media all the time. And I didn't get a single notification about it. I had to be told by a couple other staff members that our school district has 2 possible options for a new calendar, new school calendar. Okay. And both of those options are 4-day work weeks. Okay. Right now we're on a 5-day work week. We've been that way like forever, right? You know, other schools have been transitioning or already have transitioned. A lot of them, especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, to a 4-day work week. And like, it was just, and I'll be honest with you, this is all from what I heard people say, because I refuse to look at all the comments around this in my town, because I know almost everybody in this town. I feel like and that I'm blessed in that, and with that I don't want to read something maybe negative one way or the other from someone that I care about, and maybe saying something negative to someone else I care about. So I really don't want to get involved in that. There's a lot of stuff going on. And unfortunately, there are some things that people make a decision that they're not ready to change on. Doesn't make any sense to me. But again, I support what I'm there to do. I am there to take care of these kids. Not only take care of them. First of all, I'm not there to babysit kids. They will leave me at the end of the year better than when they came to me. They will. They will. They have that my commitment in that, but also at the same time, I tell these kids all the time that I guarantee you are helping me more than I'm helping you. I learn each and every day, because I feel like that if you go in with the mindset of I know everything and I'm just here to teach, what are you showing these kids? That later in life, they can just be that person to be arrogant at what they do and no one else can tell them what to do? They finish the rest of their time in school not being coachable because they already think they know everything. Oh, I already know how to dribble. You don't need to teach me how to dribble. I know how to play defense. I know how to shoot. You see my scores from last season? You gotta be coachable. And like, if you're going to be the teacher that goes in there, literally that goes in there and sits there and say, this is how you do it. I don't care. You do it this way. You do it this way. You do it this way. And that's the way you're going to do it. And that's the way that I'm going to grade you on and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's certain things that I tell students, like, I need you to do this way. but they are very little. And I've tried and I tried and I tried. I gave them the students the leeway to try it their way. I showed them multiple times how ineffective that was when it came to assessments. And then I continued to show them my way again. I did that a few times where now we're at the point, guys, this one thing we're going to do my way. But I guarantee you, I also follow up with those same students on my next assessment that they see that type of question, and I'll put side by side the assessment where they did it their way and the assessment that when they did it my way, and I will show them what success looks like, and that will be the way that I follow up with them to show them it's not about me wanting it my way. It's because I care about you and I want you to be successful. I started this off thinking I wanted to talk about autism, and like I wound up getting on this tangent about school and teachers and all this kind of stuff. So, like I got to share some like joy and happiness that I had today, and at the same time, a high level of anxiety, stress, almost a meltdown just in Walmart. Okay. We went to Walmart. When I say we, Melinda, Hunter, and I went to Walmart to buy some Valentine's decorations for the Valentine's dance that is at the school tomorrow. That student council is setting up and doing for the junior high. So we go there for that, and we're there to pick up some other stuff and stuff like that. But anyways, like Hunter is like he didn't bring his phone to Walmart, and he was wanting to make sure that I know in his mind, he was just having fun, but everything was the most difficult for me. It's like, I almost felt like he was just like, hey, dad, watch this. And then does something that he knows is going to just raise me to a level 10 of anxiety. But I love him to death. And that's the thing. The more time I have with Hunter out there in public like that, and the times that I overcome, like, meltdowns, and a lot of times it's because of Melinda, because she'll just take over and you know, make sure that she kind of wrangles Hunter a little bit. But every time I'm able to overcome those meltdowns and stuff like that, I take it as a win, because again, I think that we should always be learning. And me as a father, especially of a father of an autistic kid, if I'm able to get through those moments, I take that as a win, because I see my patience level going up. I love video games, and I'm wearing this shirt today, and I want to talk about something about this shirt in a second, but that's how I see stuff. Like when I say that my patience level goes up, I see it like a health meter in a role-playing game on Xbox, right? Like you take like the potions and stuff, and your health goes up. I see it the same way, but like a patience meter. So that's kind of the way that I have to describe stuff. That's the way I describe stuff in class to my students, because I'm a visual learner. I have to create something in my head and then to describe what I see. Well, we're in Walmart, and we're getting all the Valentine's Day stuff. We're trying to figure out this, figure out that, figure out this, and all kinds of stuff. And we're down I want to say it was the candy aisle. We're down the candy aisle. And then I see this young man and his mom that were coming down the aisle. I think that they're moving in the same direction as us, or anyways. But I'm wearing this shirt, and it's off Mario Brothers. When I say Mario Brothers, and don't get, it is off the original Super Mario Brothers, and then they carried the same thing for an extra life into all their other games. So I'm wearing this shirt, and it says video games ruined my life. Luckily, I have a few extras. Okay, so I'm wearing this shirt, and then this young man comes past me, and he says, "You like video games?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I like video games." Now I don't get a chance to play them as often as I used to, but like I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I love video games." And I immediately could tell that he was autistic. I hear a lot of times on TikTok and stuff like that, other people with autism and stuff like that saying that they get upset because people say, you don't look autistic. Okay, first of all, I would get upset at that too. Absolutely. But their answer is, what does autistic look like? When I say that within 5 seconds, I could tell that this young man was autistic, it's not because of the way he looked. It's not because of like his speech. Like he said what he said to me perfect, like without any kind of issues or anything like that. Okay. He said it perfect, but I realized that I had seen him like before he even approached me. That's part of my ADHD. I'm always moving around and looking and making sure I know where everything is and what's going on. But I saw him, and in my mind, I subconsciously saw his movements. I saw the things that he did, how close he was to his mother. Like whenever she paused, he paused. There's so many things that I can't put into words, but I wrapped up in my mind within 5 seconds that this young man was autistic. So, with being a teacher, and I think with being someone that respects people's boundaries and privacy and stuff like that, I didn't offer it up to him that like say, "Hey, man, are you autistic?" I didn't say that. I went into the conversation like, and I talk about video games. I'm like, yeah, I like video games and stuff like that. I'm like, you like video games? He's like, yeah. I'm like, cool, man. And then I think I was talking about something like, oh no, he's talking a little bit more about a game that he likes. And then I was like, oh yeah, so hey, do you go to school here in town? And he was like, yes sir, I go to Hillsborough School. And like based on his age, I put him at 5th or 6th grade. I teach 7th grade, so I know he's not a 7th grader, so I put him around 5th or 6th grade. So as soon as he said he goes to Hillsborough, I lit up and I said, dude, I teach in Hillsborough. I teach 7th grade math. And his mom lit up and he lit up. And it was really, really cool. And then we got to talking a little bit. And I said, man, like, yeah, like one of the things that I'm really passionate about is like people with ADHD, people with that are neurodivergent, like my son that's autistic. And once I said my son was autistic, then the mom, like, she offered it up to me and she said, oh, yeah, like, that's awesome or whatever. My son, Liam, and Liam is the boy's name that I was talking to. Liam, you're great, by the way. Liam, if you ever watch this, you're completely awesome. I can't wait to like share stuff back and forth. Now that I have your email address, I'm going to be sending you all kinds of videos, not just mine that I make. I'm going to send you some cool ones that I think that you'll really like, whether they be about video games, autism, school, whatever. I'm going to send you some stuff. His mom was like, yeah, this is my son, Liam, and he also is autistic. And I said, that's really cool. And then that's when I offered up, I said, one of the things that is I'm waiting on is in the next 2 days to find out the results of my autism testing. So we made that connection and we started talking, and it was just really, really cool. I can't explain it. The best way that I would kind of describe it is like maybe meeting someone for the first time that knows like your family or was raised by the same person, like maybe in like a foster home or something like that, or meeting someone that is from another school that their best friend used to be your best friend before they moved to that other school. Like just something like that, something that you make that connection. And it's like, you don't have to explain how you got to that point in the conversation. It just flows and you understand each other, and it's all happiness and joy. It truly is happiness and joy. So I can't wait to talk to this young man some more. I think that I think you're already an awesome dude, and I really can't wait to develop more of a relationship with your whole family. So that's all I want to talk about. I really appreciate everybody checking out my videos and stuff like that. It's really good for me to get out some stuff, and also if it helps even one person, that makes my day. It makes my year. Like I talk about it with my wife. I talk about it with my coworkers and students, and I want to share love. Anyways, thank you so much. See you later.